You have been chosen to spend 50 days in the Immaculate Room and will win $5 million by completing the task. If one of you leaves, the prize money drops to $1 million for the person that remains. Enjoy your stay in the Immaculate Room.
A young couple, Catherine and Michael, accepted a good offer to participate in the experiment. All that the participants need is to spend 50 days together in one room. The prize will be $5 million, and Michael and Kate are enthusiastically discussing what they will spend it for. The girl doubts that all this is for real because the conditions are too simple and the reward is too good. Michael assures her that they were just lucky. Sometimes it happens, and you just need to relax and enjoy life. There is nothing in the room except a bed, a shower, which, as it turns out, is designed for one person, and a control module, through which they can learn about the rules of staying in the room and get specially designed food. The light turns off automatically at 10 o'clock. Kate also set the alarm for 7 o'clock in the morning. All these conditions for a couple seem like a mere trifle, because the reward more than covers all the inconveniences.
Good morning, Kate.
The next day they hand over all their clothes and get another one in return, to which Michael says they look like mentally ill. Catherine wonders why he's doing all this. He is a certain Professor Voyan, who is in charge of this project. As Michael says, earlier this same professor found some blue-collar family in Middle America. The dad was a pastor, the mom did bake sales. The kids went to the only school in town. And then he spent $150 million to see what would happen if he made them famous as Kardashian. The professor did everything for them. Hollywood PR people, stylists, any whim for his money. At first everything worked well. The kids received important modeling contracts. Dad starred in sitcoms, commercials, and TV series. And mom became the manager of the factory. But then she shot him when she found him in bed with another woman and went to jail for murder. The son went missing, and the daughter died of an overdose of some kind of muck. It's been almost 2 days. Michael starts to say that he hates watches. They seem to have gone backwards. It begins to seem to him that the seconds are longer than usual, about 3/10 more than the usual seconds. 50 days in total may become about 3 months, to which Catherine says that the second day has not yet ended, and conspiracy theories have already started to be used, that he just needs to relax, and it's not worth looking at the clock for a long time.
Good morning, Kate. This is your wake-up call. Enjoy your stay in the Immaculate Room.
The morning alarm clock that Kate set, and which cannot be turned off, begins to annoy Michael catastrophically. However, he has no choice. A day passes. Genetically modified food. Immaculate Room. Nothing changes. Day. Food. The White Room. Day. Night. Room. Food. Nothing changes. Room. And nothing. And suddenly Michael finds a bug. It would seem to be an ordinary bug. But what could be better in a room where there is nothing? Michael decides to feed him.
Food is only for contestant consumption. Enjoy your stay in the Immaculate Room.
Realizing that he shouldn't do this, at some point the guy says that he needs to let him out on the street. Michael begins to tell into the camera that he is not going to leave the room. He'll just open the door and let the bug out, to which Kate says it's a bad idea. Suddenly, Michael starts telling his girlfriend that compassion has never been her strong suit, and the couple begins to fight. Catherine says that Michael is vegan only because he wants to prove something to someone. Michael argues with her and tells that in this world you can perfectly exist and eat without killing anyone. The girl absolutely disagrees with this and tells her boyfriend that his problem is that his father gave him too much. That's where his stupid art, which he does, came from. As a result, the couple quarrels and Catherine accidentally steps on a bug. Time goes by, however, not as fast as they want. Michael tells his girlfriend that he decided to take the entertainment. He read in the rules that everyone can pick two, but it will cost $100,000 from the prize money. Next, we see how Michael receives a green chalk as entertainment, while sacrificing an amount of $100,000, to which Catherine says that this amount will be deducted from Michael's share. Having received the chalk, the guy eagerly gets down to business and begins to paint all the walls of the White Room. At some point, Catherine asks to draw her. Michael suggests drawing her image with an artist's eye, but the girl wants a realistic portrait. As a result, Catherine says that Michael is simply unable to draw her in realistic style and is doing nonsense, and this again offends her boyfriend. After the chalk is over, boredom comes again. Kate realizes that she was overreacting and apologizes for behaving like the last trash. The situation begins to escalate after Catherine finds a loaded gun in the bathroom and begins to say that they are just making fun, hinting at the same time that they will have to use it sooner or later. As a result, without figuring out how to get rid of the gun, they throw it under the bed. The next day, Michael unexpectedly receives a video message from his sister, in which the guy's sister says a lot of unnecessary things, laughs at the fact that Michael decided to drag himself into this room, and she says that rather he did the right thing by deciding to distract himself from Kate in this way. Immediately after that, Kate receives her message from an elderly man. The girl reacts extremely negatively, and she says that she doesn't want to hear it. An elderly man says that he is in a nursing home, that he's fine, and starts singing a children's song. He talks about how much he loves Katie. The next day, the girl admits that she lied to Michael about her father. She is ashamed of him, and there are good reasons for this. As it turns out, Kate's father drank their house and their life savings for school fees away, depriving the girl of the opportunity to grow up a normal person. Catherine gets depressed because of the situation with her father, and Michael is almost going crazy with idleness. Trying to cheer Kate up doesn't lead to anything, and at some point Michael says that it seems to him that he will not cope. Catherine begins to worry that Michael will give up, and tells him to take the second entertainment, which will cost $250,000. And this entertainment turns out to be a naked girl. And that's where the fun begins. When Catherine comes out of the shower, she sees a completely naked girl. Michael begins to justify himself, despite the fact that he didn't do anything wrong. The girl introduces herself by the name of Simone, and she says that she doesn't know about the Immaculate Room. The agent found her a job, and one of the conditions in the contract was complete nudity. Catherine begins to get very jealous. She sees that Michael, though he does not show it, but pays a lot of attention to the other. The situation is compounded by the fact that the new guest has nowhere to sleep. The guy says that he will lie down on the floor and the girls will sleep together. However, Simone says that this is nonsense because the floor is concrete. The next morning, Catherine was glad that the girl had left the room. However, she meets her in the shower. This whole sad situation with jealousy continues until Kate says she wants to have some fun, and the room throws them pills. After that, they start Breaking Bad. All the trash happens until Michael completely passes out. He sees a drowning child whom he cannot save. Michael wakes up and Catherine calms him down, saying at the same time that these are just flashbacks. Next, we find out that the child he imagining is Michael's brother. He was asked to look after him while his parents were away. As a result, the child fell into the pool. Michael dived after him, but he failed. After recovering, the guy starts a conversation with Simone. He begins to share his experiences with her and tells her that the loss of his brother was a huge psychological trauma for him. The girl tells him about how she lost her mother, that many people face such difficulties in their lives, and they are experiencing the loss of their loved ones. At this moment, Catherine wakes up. She finds them holding hands, and she gets jealous again.
Oh, do you always hold hands when you talk?
Kate, she wasn't trying to do anything.
The girl starts insulting Simone. As a result, the other, to spite Kate, says that something may have happened between them. The next day, Catherine doesn't find Simone, and finally rejoices that she left the room. But then she discovers an inscription on the wall. "No one's ever made love to me like that before." Michael immediately begins to say that this is nonsense, and that he didn't sleep with her. Kate says Simone looks like his ex, and no wonder he coos so sweetly with her. Michael explains to her that this is all a room. The organizers are playing with her and trying to bring her for the emotions. To which Catherine replies that there are no emotions, that he was that one who slept with Simone and making her jealous at the same time. Having completely lost her mind, Kate pushes Michael, and he hits his head against the corner of the wall. The girl immediately rushes to him and asks for forgiveness. She says that she didn't want it, and that it was an accident. Michael begins to tell her that he never gave her a reason to be jealous. He gave up everything for her. He stopped communicating with his rich friends, and in return he received only reproaches and jealousy. After Michael starts saying that he needs medical help, Catherine tries to explain that they do not have such an opportunity. If he leaves the room, then everything will be over. Hearing this, Michael put her the key question, asking her how far she is willing to go, but she let him bleed out if he black out. He tells Kate that she completely lost her head because of the money, but the girl denies everything. Then Michael offers to leave the room together. However, we see that Kate is more determined to get money than to provide medical care to Michael. Michael tells her that this is not a room, but a mirror. Professor Boyan built all this to show and test their moral qualities and spirituality, and they failed this test. Money won't help them anymore, and they need to get out of here. After Michael tries to leave, Kate grabs the gun. and threatens her boyfriend that she will shoot, to which Michael says that he doesn't believe that Kate is capable to do this. Eventually, Catherine dare only to shoot at the ceiling, and Michael, realizing the whole essence of his girlfriend, leaves the room.
Goodbye, Michael Walsh. We hope you enjoyed your stay in the Immaculate Room.
Next, we see how Kate continues to be alone day after day, hoping to get the rest of the money. On the clock, we see that there are 2 days left until the end, and Catherine goes to the button. After some time, Michael, while jogging, meets his ex-girlfriend. He says that they haven't seen each other for a long time and offers her for a walk. Michael asks if she ended up getting the money for participating in the Immaculate Room, but Kate doesn't answer his question. At the end, they show us a sign on the building from where Catherine came out, with gratitude for the anonymous donation, which hints to us that the girl nevertheless did not leave the room then, and received the rest of the prize money.